You can see various options available here, like home, insert, page layout, formulas, data, review, view, developer. You might not be seeing this developer tab in you if you do not check that box in the settings. We will see how we can get it done. So like as and when you work with any options, you can see the other tabs available here. If you're working with charts, you can see other options, other tabs available here. And if you're working with macros, you can see other options available over here. As and when you're working, you'll see the different tabs over here. So to give you a quick overview about the ribbon, like whenever you open a document, whenever you open a document, either you can go from start and select Excel, or you can go with all programs and type Microsoft Office and look out for Excel. You can start from here. Sometimes you'll find the shortcut on your desktop and you can start. Whenever you click, you'll find a new Excel workbook open for you. Okay, if you can notice, by default I have 5 sheets. You can also change the number of sheets that should display on your worksheet. Somebody's talking. Okay, you can see all the available sheets. You can decide how many sheets you want to see when you open an Excel workbook. We'll see how we can do that. So in short, if you go to options, here include this many sheets will let you know like how many sheets you can see when you open. So as Excel 2013 and the other the latest versions, you can see up to maximum 255 sheets that can be viewed in one workbook. At max, you can see 255 sheets, but it may not be required, but that is the maximum limit. You can set it, no problem. So as I told you, like we have various options available, like in home, insert, page layout. As and when you need it, you can use the features and you can get your work done. To begin with, like file, there are many options available in file. Like whenever you want to open an existing workbook, you can go to file and you can click on open. It will open for you. Or when already an Excel workbook is open, if you want to open a new workbook from existing, you can click on new and you can open it. And the worksheet that you're working on, you can save, and you can save a copy by saving as, and you can work on print and account. Like if you want to save on Google Drive or something, you can click on account and save a link, and you can share that link using account options. And if you, as I told you, like you would be viewing developer option in the Excel, so you can go to that options and you can decide like what tabs you want to see. Okay, that was a quick overview of file. If you click new, it will show you like a blank workbook, or formula tutorial, pivot table tutorial, and any template. For example, if you've been using like monthly budget, or if you're using some frequently used Excel report and you decided to have a template, you can make a template and you can use it, or you can find the existing templates and you can select one, and you can select one. These are the predefined ones: student schedule, and any year on 1 month academic calendar. There's so many. You can type, you can search, like employee timesheet, weekly. These are all inbuilt. Okay, you can see and you can decide. As of now, you're going with a blank workbook. Okay, that's fine. And if you want to open an existing workbook, you can click on open and you can go. See, this is intermediate to advanced level, I know, but as I have enclosed the ribbon overview, so I'm just going through it. So we'll finish it off in 5 minutes and we can proceed with the other options. These are the options to save, and if you can give a proper name. Remember, when you're working uh, on simple Excel workbook, you can give a proper name and you can give a location and you can save. But when you're working on macros, so you'll have to use a different extension. Like instead of Excel access, you can use different option available for macros, and you'll have to save with that. And we'll see when we proceed with that. These are the print options available. You can decide the printer and all that. And as I told you, uh, share. Like you can save to cloud and you can share it, share the link with others. Yeah, the options available. With options, we have like general formulas, all this. As I told you, if you want to see the developer tab, this is the recommend. You'll find developer tab under the customize ribbon, and you can add. You'll find power view, you'll find design, or all other things. Power pivot, what all you want, you can decide, and you can include those stuff. Perfect. So this is a new Excel workbook for me. So I just started now. Okay, we've seen file. So let us proceed with the home tab, and as and when needed, I'll take you through the different working areas as and when we're working. Now, the first thing that we are going to cover today is a very frequently used, feature of Excel, that is VLOOKUP. Sometimes we have data spread across multiple sheets, and we usually work on vertical data, like we have data in the form of columns. So when we work on columns, few things are available in one sheet, other things are available in different sheets. To search a data in from multiple sheets and get your data in one sheet, we will use VLOOKUP. I have some data over here. This is pertaining to employee. Okay, we have different details associated with employees, like employee name, the department number that he or she is working in, and like various job IDs or job designations, and the manager working under, uh, the managers they are working under, and the salary for them, and commission if they're working in sales, something like that, and the hire date or the joining date. A manager is also an employee of the organization. So, like all employees, as they have their employee IDs, managers will have their employee IDs as well. Okay. So we were talking about VLOOKUP. It is used to search data vertically. Remember, V for vertical, okay, and H for horizontal. To search data vertically within a sheet or from different sheet, we will use VLOOKUP. So as of now, we have various department numbers like 10, 20, 30. These are the department numbers. Think that I have department details like department underscore number. It doesn't need to have the same column name. We just getting it for our understanding. Department number, department here it will enlarge for me. That I have 10, 20, 30, and 40. These are the various departments. And each department number has a common name. Like we will have human resources, we will have finance, we will have IT, we will have admin, we will have facilities, we will have network operation center. There's so many. And you can decide, like if you are working in you know big premises, maybe you'll have block A, block B, block C, or you'll have first floor, second floor, whatever it may be. So if I talk about first, second, just for our understanding. Okay. Now my concern is I know the department numbers that these employees are associated with, but then I don't have the department name. I want to display the department name just beside the department number. So what I'll do, e- uh, I'll add a new column, department. You can give any name that you want, department name. I want to display the department name associated with with these department numbers. Now, the first thing is, whenever we start a formula, we always start a formula with an assignment operator with equal to sign. So when you type equal to operator, Excel thinks that you are going to write a formula or you are going to use a function that is available within Excel. So to start with, VLOOKUP. So the moment I type VL, it starts all the available, it shows all the functions that are available, and it shows you like if you're typing S, it will show you all the formulas or all the functions available with S. As of now, I'm concerned with VLOOKUP. The moment I type, it will show me. Now the first thing is which value are you looking out for? This lookup value is this value. I want to search this value from a table array that is available in the existing sheet or in the other sheet. So for this value, I want to look out. This is my table array which is available in sheet 1. So what I'll do, I'll select this. I'm selecting all the available uh, entire array. We have a concept of absolute reference that we will discuss. So as we are started with VLOOKUP, I'll share here. See, if I select my data from cell A2 to cell C5, the moment I press F4, this will freeze this array. That means whenever I move around my sheet, I want my data to be searched within this area. So I want to freeze. I want to make sure that this does not change whenever I am moving around row 1 to row the other row. So if I press F4, it will add dollar signs and it will ensure that it is going to lock. If you notice, before cell A, it has a dollar sign. Before column name, it has, and before row name, it has dollar sign. Okay, so this is part of absolute reference. I'll tell you in detail like why we used it. Okay, for now, like I have used lookup array, table array where I want to search the data. Now, if you see here, this is for me. This is index number 1. This is index number 2. Column number 1. Column index 2. Column index 3. So on. So now I don't want to see details like 10, 20, 30. I'm already looking out for a value, but I am very much interested to see department name. So this is column number 2. Column index number 2. So I will press 2 over here and I will end up. If you see, okay, let me retype it. This is my lookup value. My table array is here. I'm selecting the entire. I'm freezing it by pressing F4. I'm giving a comma. Now, as I told you, this is column index 1, this is column index 2, so I will give column index 2 because I want to display department name and I want to end up here. If I press enter, it will execute this formula and it will show the associate name for this department number. It says HR is the department name for department number 10. If I click here and copy the same formula, extend the same formula for my other working, it will work and it will show me. Now if you notice, I'm in row, I'm in second row, column H and row 2, H2. So when I'm in H2, it is looking out for value B2. Okay, when I'm in H3, it is looking out for value B3. When I'm in H4, it is looking out for value B4. Okay, but then this table array A2 to C2, it is fixed. Okay, because I locked it, I used absolute reference. So I know that my table does not change even though I'm working around the different rows. If you did not lock this, chances are high and like you won't find the exact result over here. So that's why we have used the locking mechanism and we used it. To show you, without locking, you'll find a lot of errors. Let me show you once again. We look up, this is my lookup value and my table array is here. I'm not pressing F4. I'm not locking it. Now, as and when you move from one row to other, it will also change from A2, it will change to A3, A4, and this will also change from C5, C6. Let us see. And I'm interested in, this time I'm interested in seeing the column index 3. I want to know the location name. So I'm pressing, this is index value 1, column index 2, column index 3. So let's press 3. Let's see. Now this department 10 is situated in first floor. If I want to copy the same, left click and copy the entire formula. Now you should get some errors. Oh yes. Because see, even though you're looking out for, you are in H3 and you're searching for B3, but you are searching, as you did not lock your table array, the values are relatively changing. Earlier it was from A2, now it is changing like A3 and A4, A5. Your table array is changing. It is looking out and it's going and it is searching somewhere here. It is looking out for 10 from here to here. There's no value 10. It is looking out for here. I just wanted to this. Just wanted to ensure that it is locked and it is properly arranged. Hence, it is better to use absolute reference and lock your rows and columns. Okay, if I apply the same formula, I'll see the class. The department 10 is in first floor, and new department 20 is in second floor, and it goes on. Now this was all vertical. This was all vertical. See, the columns are always vertical, rows are always horizontal. Okay, I think that if I have the same data, if I have the same data in different format, okay, I want to transpose this data from vertical to horizontal. So the simple process is copy the data and right click. You'll find a lot of paste options. Okay, you'll find a lot of paste options. These are the paste values. Instead of formulas, whenever you're copying a formula, but you don't want to paste the formula, you just want to paste the value. So you can try with this paste value. But as of now, we are looking out for transpose. Okay, we're looking out for transpose and we want to transpose this from vertical to horizontal. Okay, so I have my data over here from vertical to horizontal. Now if I want to search, we might end this meeting in next 2 to 3 minutes. I don't know why. If this meeting ends, we will share you within 5 minutes the next available, the next meeting ID. You can rejoin with that meeting ID. So don't panic. We'll share your the IDs on your registered mobile email address, and we'll proceed with that one. Start entering that. So let me finish with HLOOKUP. I want to this first location. Okay. Now I want to perform HLOOKUP and get the work done. Always remember when you have data horizontally, you'll go for HLOOKUP. Type HLOOKUP. Okay, this is my lookup value. Okay, where's my table array? Now my table array is here. Okay, don't go for headings. Just select data. Okay, if I press F4, it will lock, and you know why we need F4 to lock it. Now it is asking for row index because we are working in rows. This is row number 1, this is row number 2, this is row number 3. So I want to give the row number, not the location. So I'll give row number 2. I will end up here. You'll find the concern data associated with it. Here it is. Drag it and drop it over here. Just give me a moment. I'll try to share another link in a moment. Maybe it will end up in a minute.